All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
Hey everyone! So, as you know, I have been dealing with some bloating lately. That bloating has gotten really, really bad, to the point that I had to go to the clinic. So, I talked to the doctor, very nice man, and asked him, what could this be? And he did confirm that men and women can get pregnant.
Bullshit.
But luckily I am not. And so I'm not sure really what's going on. He gave me some over-the-counter medication that should help. He said something's probably just not agreeing with me. But anyways, I really appreciate that there's doctors who understand trans women like me and the things we deal with and deal in reality.
Say what?
Deal in reality. And it just felt really good talking to him. So anyways, hopefully I feel better, and yeah. Bye everyone.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
Now, I think the cause is probably the same, whether it's these fellas who talk about having menstrual cramps, or like the fellow we just heard from in the first clip who was talking about bloating due to possible pregnancy. I think it's all probably just too many Bud Lights and tacos the night before. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So let me just address the elephant in the room real quick before we get started. Welcome back to myself. Oh boy. So unfortunately, I was given a forced week's vacation by the YouTube's overlords. Now, some of you know that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got a community guidelines warning, and well, what do you know? Last week they hit me with a community guidelines strike, which meant I wasn't able to upload any new videos or make any posts for a week. So I'm gonna have to try to walk on eggshells in order to avoid getting a second strike in the next 90 days, which would be a 2 week suspension, while at the same time trying to keep these videos kind of funny and semi-tolerable. So please just bear with me, guys. I'm not even exactly sure what I said or did to get the strike, because the community guidelines are so vague on purpose to silence any dissenting voices. But with that being said, let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So here we have a profile picture from a dating app. Now, I don't know if this is a lesbian dating app or a regular dating app, but it's a dating app nonetheless. So this slightly husky individual is Haley, 30. 30? Anyway, Haley is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman and calls himself a transbian or trans lesbian. Now, Haley uses she, her pronouns as well as ladies' restrooms. Huh?
It's funny because he's fat.
So, quite a bit happened in the week I was suspended. We had that presidential debate, if you want to call it that, between Trump and Biden, and the Supreme Court handed down some pretty substantial rulings. So, let's keep it moving with Joyless Reid, the race lady from MSNBC, talking about such things. Now, this video is kind of long, it's almost 4 minutes long. I'm only going to play about a minute of it, and this is peak PDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome. Roll it.
This election is no longer about the old guy that's in the White House now. Like, all the op-ed pages and the New York Times can run around and opine about, what Joe Biden should do. And, y'all have fun with that. Enjoy yourselves, intellectual thought leaders. I no longer care. Doesn't matter to me anymore. It's above me now. It's above me now. There's a Waffle House next door. There's a Best Western next door as well. It's above me now. It's above Joe Biden now. Don't care about Joe Biden's age, infirmity, that he shuffle when he walk. I don't care. He could be seated for the rest of, from now to election day, and never get up off a chair. He could sit down. He could roll around in a wheelchair. He could be on a skateboard, seated. I don't care. Donald John Trump cannot be allowed back into the White House.
Oh, shut up, silly woman.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I just wanted to let you know that if you're enjoying the videos, you like the content, and you want to help support the channel, grabbing one of these t-shirts is a great way to do it, and here it is, the Stop Elder Abuse Joe Biden t-shirt. Now, we all know Joe Biden should be sitting in a rocking chair with a blanket on his lap, sipping a warm cup of milk, watching reruns of the Golden Girls, not in the White House trying to run the country. And this t-shirt is a great way to get the word out that Joe Biden's not fit for office. So I will put a link to the t-shirt in the description box below, and I also have some other very cool designs you can check out as well.
It's funny because it's true.
And staying on the subject of the presidential debate and the Supreme Court rulings, if you think Joyless Reid sounded unhinged, check this lady out. Roll it.
Forget the debate. Go check out what the Supreme Court just did. Wiped out government regulations on everything from net neutrality to the EPA.
Are you crying?
We're owned by the corporations and the Republican Party now.
There's no crying.
My children are going to live in hell.
Okay. Cuckoo.
Now, I'm sure at this point most of you have either seen the presidential debate in its entirety or have seen some of the viral clips from it, which are absolutely shocking. It was an unmitigated disaster for the Biden camp. However, this young fella thinks Joe Biden won the debate. Now, I don't know if he's trolling us or what, but check this out. Roll it.
President Joe Biden won the debate last night, and that might be difficult for some of you to accept because you're so obsessed with his speech impediment and his stammer. But Joe Biden is the most popular presidential candidate of all time. 81 million votes. Nobody comes close to that. Not Clinton, not Obama, not Trump. And even if Joe Biden lost 2 million votes, he would still beat Trump in November. Do not underestimate how popular Joe Biden is and what a great president he's been. He doesn't need to do a debate. He doesn't care if you have a problem with his disability or the way he speaks. It's not okay to just rag on that and hope that they replace him because he finds it difficult to pronounce some words. You really will be sorry come November when Joe Biden is once again crowned President of the United States and you were there posting all of these hateful videos about a man who has a stammer and always has.
Are you stupid or something?
Like I said, I don't know if that young fella's trolling us or what, but wow. Talk about living in alternate realities. Anyway, let's step away from the debate for 1 minute and see what this lovely young lady has to say. My caption says, "Y'all mad because I'm a mom of 7 kids, $3K in food stamps, and on housing." Well, that's your tax dollars hard at work. Roll it.
Okay, y'all just mad because I get 3K in food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills. No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3K in food.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Now, I'm sure you're all obviously aware by now, but Pride Month 2024 has come to an end, and I'm fairly certain you're all broken up about that. Anyway, do you guys remember the TV show My Two Dads back in the day? Well, here's the 2024 version, My Three Dads. Roll it.
We're 3 dads with twins.
Yes, we are gay.
No, we're not a throuple.
It's more relatable and crazy at the same time.
Yes, one of us is the ex-husband.
Yes, there was a woman in our lives.
Hi, I'm a nanny for 3 dads with twins, and it's a blast.
Yeah. Well, that's really messed up. Super gay.
Now, here is a new gender that I honestly don't think we've heard about here on the channel before. It's autigender, and this young lady came up with it by saying her autism and her gender are linked. Well, you learn something new every day. Roll it.
Basically to say that my gender identity and my autism are intrinsically linked because gender is a social construct and autism is the lens through which I see social constructs, and so I can't separate the two. I heard someone else say neuroqueer, and I like that. Like, I'm not really a gender, I'm just a meatball.
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds fucking retarded.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Oh, look, another house that probably has a trapdoor that leads to some kind of hidden basement. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by the YouTube channel, The Playmaker Juggernaut. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. Now, if you're into gaming, definitely go check out the Playmaker Juggernaut's YouTube channel. I will put a link to that in the description box below. So once again, today's video sponsor is the gaming YouTube channel, The Playmaker Juggernaut. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, we've seen enough. Get this off the screen, please. Oof.
He puts the dress in the drawer and it does his tour.
All right, let's jump back over to former Vice President Joe Biden. Now, a couple of days after that disastrous debate, he went and spoke about the climate crisis at some emergency operations center in D.C. Now, listen to what he says about people who aren't in the climate cult and don't believe that climate change is some kind of existential threat to humanity. Roll it.
I quite frankly think it's not only outrageous, it's really stupid. Everyone who willfully denies the impacts of climate change is condemning the American people to a dangerous future, and either is really, really dumb or has some other motive of that. How can you deny there's climate change, for God's sake?
This guy's a serious asshole.
Now, keep in mind, there still are, unfortunately, a lot of people out there who believe Joe Biden, the government, and the propagandists in the mainstream media about the climate crisis. Now, here a reporter is asking some people about Donald Trump's response to the question of climate change during the debate, and one lady chimes in and says that where she lives, in Phoenix, Arizona, they're suffering from climate change because of the heat. Well, no kidding, lady, you live in the fucking desert. Roll it.
And Denise, how about you? What was a moment that stuck out to you?
Well, first, if I could just finish, he did this a lot. I would like to say we are not in one of Donald Trump's many properties. We are in heat-filled Phoenix, Arizona, where we are suffering from climate change. So to say that there's no problem with our climate is yet another lie, because there were so many lies told today.
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
We are in heat-filled Phoenix, Arizona, where we are suffering from climate change.
You must have got manure for your brains.
You've shit for brains.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of Nancy Pelosi where she appeared on CNN after the debate, and she says it's actually Donald Trump who has dementia. Now, it always seems like Nancy's been hitting the sauce before these interviews, and it's not a good look. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
This is an opportunity for Joe Biden to go out there and show he has the stamina and the rest. And by the way, while the press, and for some reason they don't, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia, that his connection, his thoughts do not go together. And, while he may be saying we're enablers, we see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there. So in any case, it was a bad night. Let's not sugarcoat that. It was a bad night. It was a great presidency.
You
You've been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
And you ain't black.